let's talk about MCT oil. I think it's important to understand that there are many different benefits to oil and fats in particular, and good fats are in most cases good for you, otherwise we wouldn't call them good fats. The simplest form of understanding fats is that good fats eat bad fats. So you can actually help your body increase your metabolism and burn body fat by adding more fats to your diet. However, all fats are not created equally. And when you look at MCT oil, not all MCT oils are created equally as well. That's why it's very important for you to look for a very clean MCT oil product when purchasing. So I'll tell you, as simply as possible, there's different chains or different carbons of MCT oil. There's C6, 8, 10, and 12. Most of the chains or the carbons that you see on the shelves are a combination of C10 and 12. Now, these are still considered medium chain triglycerides, but they don't offer the same value that you believe that you are purchasing or consuming. So in most cases, when you're looking at all the benefits that MCT oil has to offer, that is C8, which is called caprylic acid. Now, these are big fancy words. You don't have to remember any of this other than you're looking for C8 when you see an MCT oil bottle. It's very important to read the ingredients because often when you look at an MCT oil bottle, it doesn't have the carbons that you want in it. So unfortunately, there's no regulations around this, but when you're looking, it could at the bottle, it could say C8 or caprylic acid inside, and you flip it around, there's a very small percentage of caprylic acid in that MCT oil, which is why you have to flip over the other side, and then you'll see like different versions or different ratios, and often you'll see the most being 10 or 12 because the cheaper product to produce and it's more abundantly found, and that's the reason why you see in a C8 caprylic acid that is more expensive, because that one has the most benefits which everybody wants. So our MCT oil is organic. It's 100% C8. There's no cutter, we're not cutting anything in there. There's no C10 or 12. There's just one single ingredient which makes our product the purest that you could find for a caprylic acid, especially being organic. What's fantastic about MCT oil in particular is that it processes differently in your body. So we actually call ours brain fuel. It doesn't go through the liver to process. This hits the brain very quickly, and it works through ketones, which is why you can find mental clarity, better cognitive function. You can look at mood, anxiety, memory, a number of different benefits. I would consider energy at the top of the list because of how it processes differently than other fats in your body. One of the things that I forgot to mention earlier was you want to stay away from palm oil. Palm oil is considered an MCT oil, so you have to read the ingredients. They process palm oil at a very high rate, which means they turn it into a rancid oil that causes damage to our body. So make sure there's no palm oil in your MCT oil. Make sure that there's no C10 or 12 unless you want a watered down version, then you can just expect less results than 100% C8, which seems to be much harder to find. Okay, and then on top of that, we have uses. So you can use it you can put a tablespoon in your coffee or tea in the morning. That's actually a really great way to boost your coffee, putting collagen, MCT oil in there. We have new research coming about creatine in your coffee, so you can actually jam pack your coffee, which most people drink, with healthy options like MCT oil as the very base, or to start that process of having something super clean and healthy first thing in the morning to get everything firing, especially your brain and your mind, and to give you that energy that you're looking for. So you can put it in your coffee, you can put it in your tea, you can put it in a salad, you can drizzle it on top of salad. You can bake with it, you can cook with it, but it does have a lower smoke point. So for example, if you're cooking a stir fry with it, you want to cook it on very low temperatures. It's better as a cold. So it's better if you drizzle it on top of, a really nice recipe is you drizzle it on top of popcorn, sprinkle some Himalayan salt, and maybe some nutritional yeast for a cheesy, salty combo that's actually healthy, right? And then you could look at salads. It's fantastic on top of salads. I would suggest replacing probably your olive oil with the MCT oil. But consider that MCT oil is not I wouldn't consider it a supplement. It's a natural, it's an oil. Like consider a grass-fed butter, maybe an avocado oil, a good quality olive oil, which is pretty hard to find. But sometimes I hear from people that say, well, I don't want to start on it yet, or I haven't started on it yet until I finish my other oils. You don't have to start on it at any time. Just add it to your repertoire of oils and add it throughout the day. So you can still cook with coconut oil, like your white, solid at room temperature coconut oil that has a high smoke point. You can put that on your pan, and you can cook your stir fry with that. And then if you want, you can drizzle your MCT oil on a salad that you're having with so don't worry about having too much fats. If you're having the healthy fats, you can push all that noise aside. I want to try to keep this video short, so hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions, let us know. You can find our MCT oil at trueformlife.com or hopefully your closest distributor. Have a great day.